toast so fresh, how we flow, everybody get this down. Yo, I once was a kid with the other little kids, now I'm ripping up shows and the fans going wild with us. Tell mommy I'm sorry, this life is a party. I'm never growing up. Once was a kid, all I had was a dream. More money, more problems. When I get it, I'm a pound it up. Now I'm dope on the bread, we can toast so fresh, how we flow, everybody get this down. Yo, I once was a kid with the other little kids, now I'm ripping up shows and the fans going wild with us. Tell mommy I'm sorry, this life is a party. I'm never growing up. Well, there's a will, there's a way, dictionary. This life is more than ordinary. Can I get you maybe even 3 of these? Coming from a space to teach you of the Pleiades. Can't stop the spirits when they need you. This life is more than just a read through. I got your picture, I'm coming with you, dear Maria, count me in. There's a story at the bottom of this bottle and I'm the pen. When the lights go off, I wanna watch the way you take the stage by storm. The way you wrap those boys around your finger. Go on and play the leader, 'cause you know it's what zero, stop, zero, zero. Back to running circus realm. Now we squared up. Hold up.
Life's a game, but it's not fair. I break the rules, so I don't care. So I keep doing my own thing. Walking call against the rain. Victories within the mile. Almost there, don't give up, shout. Only thing that's on my mind is who gon' run this town
Yeah, I said it, we are. You can call me Caesar. In a dark Caesar. Please follow the leader. So everything we are. Microphone fiend is the return of the God. Peace God. It ain't nobody pressure. I'm in Mason. Martin Margiela on the table screaming. The other side, they jealous. We got a banquet full of bras. They got a table full of fellas. Yeah. When they ain't spinning no cake, they should throw their hand in. Cause they ain't got no space. My whole team got dough, so my bank account is looking like millionaires bro.
Life's a game, but it's not fair. I break the rules, so I don't care.
It's Young Alumni Weekend here in Lexington on the Washington and Lee University campus with a day packed full of home athletic contests, including this contest between the Generals and the Royals. We say good afternoon. I'm Shane Riley, joined by my partner Lorne Chesters, and welcome to Alston Parker Watt Field on the campus of Washington and Lee University for some mid-season Division III soccer action on the General Sports Network before these teams get into the thick of conference play. This matchup is pivotal for both squads for different reasons. For the Generals and Coach Lumumba Shabazz, the season has gotten off to a lackluster start. W&L are winless in their first 5 contests of the seasons after starting the year top 5 in the national rankings. The Generals are sitting on an 0-2-3 record and have yet to score more than 1 goal in any of their contest. And Lauren, what have you seen from them in their first few games?
I mean, it's been very slow. 4 games with 0-2-3. Tied against Catholic, that was a good result in our last game. They're a nationally ranked opponent. 1-1, but still, we have been really slow on offense. We scored 4 goals in 5 games, 2 of those coming from penalties. I'm yet to see a game. This is my first one, but today we're gonna need some sharp offense, more aggressive game style. Let's see what W&L can come out and do.
And for the Regent Royals and head coach Jared Walsh, this match is an excellent opportunity for them to get a win against a top-tier opponent. Obviously, the Generals no longer ranked in the national rankings, but a perennial tournament contender. Generals have also made national semifinals in the last couple of seasons, so certainly a very, very dangerous team. The Royals come into this game with a 3-4 record and some wins by some pretty large margins, but then also some losses by pretty large margins as well. So we've seen all sides of the spectrum from the Royals, Lauren.
They have had quite the schedule. They've had I was talking to Ryan Cannell about it, and he was telling me that they've been playing some local teams, some community colleges, and that explains their 4-1 and 5-0 victories. And then they've also had some tough opponents. Lynchburg, I believe, are they nationally ranked?
They're always a perennial ODAC contender. Not nationally ranked as of right now, but they're always a good team.
But they're a strong team that will be a tough game for W&L, and they suffered a 9-0 defeat to them. We don't know what's going on with that, so I guess we'll find out today.
Yeah, this team certainly can put goals up on the board, but has conceded a lot, as you said, Lauren. It looks like both teams are about to get ready to get their starting lineups going. We take a look at a couple of the coaches in this matchup. Coach Walsh for Regent University enters his first year at the helm of Regent. Obviously, Regent just moving up to Division III, so certainly big expectations for him as this team looks to try to sort of build their culture, build who they are as a Division III team, as they previously had been playing in a sort of a community college league. And for the Generals, Coach Lumumba Shabazz enters his second season as the coach of Washington and Lee. His previous record from last year at 15-4-6. Obviously, the record this season at 0-2-3. But the team, big expectations from last year, winning the ODAC, and then, of course, making the national semi-final. And we're just about ready for some starting lineups for you here. First, we'll get started with the Regent Royals. We'll take a look at who they have in starting the game for them. So up first is Jacob Holstein, a freshman forward from Norfolk, Virginia. Then Austin Johns, a sophomore midfielder from Middleborough, New York. Charles Parker, a freshman defender from Woodbridge, Virginia. Yan Olivier Kamga, a freshman striker from Woodbridge, Virginia. Isaiah Morris, a junior midfielder from Harrisonburg, Virginia. Landon Staples, a sophomore left back from Chesapeake, Virginia. Graylin Gill, a midfielder senior from Beaver Dam, Virginia. Connor Bailey, a junior defender from Powhatan, Virginia. Landon Farley, a freshman midfielder from Suffolk, Virginia. Drew Thomas, a senior midfielder from Lynchburg, Virginia. And in goal for the Royals is Connor Enriquez, a junior goalkeeper from Spotsylvania, Virginia. And as I talked about, they are coached by Jared Ross in his first season.
Stop by and stock up today.
And now looking at the starters for Washington and Lee, a lot of familiar faces in the starting lineup. A couple people are out for the Generals, though. In goal, though, is Will Joseph, the senior goalkeeper from Wilmette, Illinois.
And now let's meet today's
Nick
starting
Apostolou,
lineups,
junior defender from Washington, D.C. Trey Peterson, the sophomore defender from Maryville, Illinois. Matthew Jenkins, the junior midfielder from Mannequin Sabbath, Virginia. Buster Kuig, the senior midfielder from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Willie Hall, the senior defender from Richmond, Virginia. Spencer Furman, the junior defender from Atlanta, Georgia. Sammy Seifa, the freshman midfielder / forward from Christiansburg, Virginia. Anthony Careccia, the junior defender from Levittown, New York. Ricardo Sanchez, the sophomore midfielder from Randolph, New Jersey. And lastly, lining out the roster for the Generals is Isaac Arrowwood, the first year making his first start in defense from Durham, North Carolina. And Isaac Arrowwood coming in for the Generals as they make a few lineup changes. Ryan Sharp for the Generals is out for the season. And Aaron Cordova and Trian Cahias both also out for the Generals in this game.
And now the starting lineup for your Generals.
So for Washington and Lee, and on the Washington and Lee campus, there are a lot of games going on today. It's Young Alumni Weekend. We had the women's soccer game against Christopher Newport just a few moments before this one that ended in a 1-1 draw. Obviously, you are now watching men's soccer for the Generals going up against Regent. Coming up later at 4 p.m. is going to be the Washington Lee football team taking on Guilford, starting their conference play this season. And then lastly, the field hockey team takes to the turf to go up against the Diplomats and number 14 ranked Franklin and Marshall. So some tough opponents for the Generals in this one across all sports. And the Regent Royals hope to come in and try to spoil this alumni weekend for the Generals, Lorne.
Absolutely they do. W&L will be having none of it, though. We're rooting for W&L all the way. Big up Generals.
So for Washington and Lee, what do you think some keys to the game for them are going to be in this one?
I mean, we've clearly struggled on offense in our last games. Defense has not been too bad. We've only conceded more than one goal once. No clean sheets so far in the season. But, oh, are we rising for the national anthem? But we need to get our offense underway, especially when it's not from set pieces. We've been struggling in the free play. These are talented guys that we've got out here. I would love to see some long distance rockets, people taking a chance on themselves. Talented players, let's see what they can do.
Yes, and then for the Royals, what do you think is crucial for them if they're trying to pull out an upset against Washington and Lee?
I mean, looking at their results, we have absolutely no idea what we're in store for. I think they're going to have to hold strong on defense. They've had a lot of games, 4 games where they've conceded more than 5 goals. They're going to have to sit back, not only park the bus, they might have to tie the bus. They might have to chain the bus, honestly. If W&L get a quick start, it can pile up quick and the game could be over very soon. That's how it goes, but it might be a battle of stamina. If they can hold on till the end, I could absolutely see them getting away with a quick break if W&L don't hold on, but we will see.
Yeah, W&L at times this season have gotten into a little bit of a lull, especially offensively, just not really generating all the chances that they have hoped to this season. The record obviously not really reflecting where the team feels like they should be. And then Regent on the other side, their first season of collegiate, or really D3 collegiate soccer, sitting at 3-4. So certainly some of those opponents maybe not the caliber that they're facing today in Washington and Lee, but 3 wins already for their first season in Division III athletics is pretty impressive.
It is, and they've put up 16 goals in 7 games, which is much more than us. So they're certainly capable of putting the ball in the back of the net, to put it simply. Let's see if the Generals' defense can put a stop to that today, which is something that we'd love to see.
The Generals' defense early in this season hasn't looked too shabby. I mean, there's been a few mistakes offensively that have led to mistakes on the defensive end, particularly in that game against Covenant, where the Generals were really controlling that game all the way through. That was their 3rd game of the season. They were up 1-0 going into the 80th minute, and then Willie Hall, a costly turnover in the midfield. So ball control really crucial, as it always is in every game, but especially for the Generals.
And I've yet to see it from W&L, but a lot of teams, I'm a Brit, so I know this speaking from experience, like England do. They often score 1 goal and then decide to take the strikers out, sit back, relax. Sometimes what you have to do is you have to, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Stay aggressive, keep attacking. That's what we need to see out of W&L. Let's stack some goals up.
That's a good point. A lot of teams do tend to just pack it in once they have that goal, and would likely see that if Regent are able to get out in front, given the fact that they are an underdog in this game. Washington and Lee were ranked number 4 in the country coming into this season.
And immediately I can see Regent are sitting up very high on the offense. They're essentially playing an offside trap, it looks like. See if they can trick the General strikers with that one.
A lot of times these General strikers can be a little bit overzealous as this pass gets into Jenkins. An early cross through right in front of net. Sanchez unable to connect.
But look at that, within 30 seconds we've had a chance on goal, so Generals can keep it up like that. We should be looking good this game.
And for Regent, their goalie, Connor Enriquez, a junior from Spotsylvania, he'll have his work cut out for him today. That chance already almost putting pressure on him. And was just unable to connect on that final through ball.
And speaking about Enriquez, I was looking at the rosters and they've been experimenting with different goalkeepers a few times. He, I think, had played 4 or 5 of the 7 games that they were in, or at least started, because I saw that someone else on the roster had started 2 of them. So maybe he's their best bet in goal, and they'd been switching things up. Maybe some of the games that he hadn't played were ones where they conceded lots of goals. I'm not entirely sure. I'm being skeptical. But I guess we will find out. Boots it upfield.
Yeah, for Enriquez on the season, he has allowed 20 of their goals that they've let through, but the same end, he's had 34 saves, so not necessarily the greatest save percentage for him.
And we're on the board.
And the Generals get on the board early. As I'm talking about Enriquez, the Generals slip past
within 2 minutes.
the Regent defense, and we'll take a look at that highlight goal. Generals just moving the ball through the midfield. Sanchez has it with his feet here. Some solid ball movement. Crosses it over to Jenkins, and Jenkins with a strong shot in. Just nobody there for the Regent defense for the rebound, and Sanchez comes right in and takes the goal. That did not take long for the Generals to get on the board there.
Not at all. We need to see more of that out of W&L. Action starts again. And look, immediately they're pressing up. They know what they need to do. No more sitting back. Take control of the game.
For Regent, coming off that goal, it's going to be important for them to try to stay composed and not allow the Generals to just slice them back up down the field like they did that time. Big tackle, though.
Maybe the frustration getting to the Regent immediately. Generals play it quick.
It's important to stay composed. Giving up an early goal can be a little bit frightening sometimes. If you're out there, you start to feel the pressure stacking up against you. But for Regent, going to have to stay composed and not allow that to get to them. Apostolou with it. Moves it into the midfield as the Generals switch the side of field. Peterson up to Jenkins.
Good cut back.
Just unable to find Peterson again. There was Jenkins as he tries to fight for the ball. Jenkins falls over. And referee's going to say that was incidental. Actually, not sure if that was a foul or handball going against Washington and Lee there.
I think it was a handball. Tried to be sneaky, grab it on the ground. Ref was having none of it.
And Enriquez will come up to take the free kick. He boots it long. You can already see that factor in this one is the Generals' height advantage on some of these header opportunities. A lot of the Generals out here are just a wee bit taller than the Regent players, which has allowed them to win a lot of those one-on-one opportunities.
Great pressure there from Ricardo Sanchez. He's hyped coming off the goal. Forces a turnover from Regent. And there's a lot of shirt grabbing going on here between Ricardo and number 9 of Regent. Kamga, a bit of a rivalry early on.
Kuig opting to go long there to Seifa. Very physical there between Seifa and Charles Parker. Parker did a good job there to muscle off Seifa for another Regent goal kick. And Enriquez has been busy. Not even 5 minutes into this one. Already I think this is his 3rd goal kick already. The 1 goal obviously already getting past him.
That's gone.
And that one just not finding anybody in the midfield for Regent. You got to think for the Generals, getting on the board that early in this game has got to feel good, especially with their offensive struggles. See that scoreboard go 1-0. Certainly could mean a lot for the momentum going forward.
Absolutely. And they're staying aggressive. A lot of the time you'll see teams go up 1-0 and go slow passing around the back. Generals are not slowing down. This is going to probably be a game of stamina, like many soccer games. They're pushing up with confidence, so that's all you need here.
Comes to Apostolou. He's coming up out of his defensive position, gets it up to Sanchez. He gets taken down there. Once again, that battle between Olivier Kamga and Sanchez. Sanchez getting the better of him that time.
It's all a mental game. I don't know how it goes in soccer, but if I was playing basketball, there's bound to be a lot of trash talk early on like this that can force out some reactions like that, some harsh tackles. Lucky not to get booked there.
Yeah, you think maybe the official giving him some warnings early in this one. Obviously, it's only 6 minutes into the game. You got to think the referee doesn't want to hand out a yellow card quite yet, but the game's already turned into a little bit of a physical battle, especially between those two and Sanchez and Kamga.
Every Regent player is in the 6-yard box, besides one who just stepped out. They are
certainly packing it in.
They know how dangerous W&L can be, especially from the set piece. Nice little cross in there, but too high.
Yeah, Apostolou not able to find anybody off that cross. And as you said, Regent really packing it in on that one. Trying to limit the bleeding, if you will. And they were able to halt the Generals there.
Also, I don't know if the rules differ or if I'm ill-informed, but on the last free kick, I thought Enriquez had it started out beyond the 6-yard box, so maybe it was a foul, unless the rules are different in collegiate soccer that I'm unaware of.
Yeah, I'm not fully sure exactly. I wasn't quite looking at Enriquez there, but
it's interesting coming from a different country, seeing how the rules change between all levels of sports.
Yeah, collegiate soccer certainly is different rules than professional soccer. Obviously, you have unlimited substitutions, and
yeah, rolling subs too.
Once players can come back and leave the game at any time, unless obviously, of course, they get booked for a red card. But you don't see too many of those.
Do we have stats on that? Do we know how many red cards we've had in the season?
No red cards for the Generals, and no red cards for their opponents either. And for Regent, they have had 1 red card on the season.
Yeesh.
That was, surprisingly enough, Olivier Kamga, who's been pretty physical already in this one. Got to think that
That's funny.
for Coach Walsh, that he's got to probably had a talk with Kamga, just talking about his physicality. Obviously, it's a big tool for your team, especially on the back line, but being able to control it is very important.
Absolutely. I mean, he's a big guy, a lot of strength, and then he's probably got
Kuig, and that looks like that was Staples there. They both took each other down.
off ball. I think the ref missed it. That was
Yeah, they both sort of tackled each other there. Kuig was putting his hands up a little bit, wondering what the call was going to be, but obviously the referee says play on.
And that's another thing about soccer. There's only 1 ref on the field. You play football, you got 5 refs, flags being thrown, everything. Nothing gets missed. But 1 ref, only 1 set of eyes making these calls.
Yeah, he can only really look generally where the ball is unless he has any reason to look elsewhere,
Absolutely.
which generally is not the case. Regent trying to get a spell of possession going, but taken away by Sanchez. He looks to try to get up to Kuig, but Kuig just can't track it down. A little bit of a misconnection there between Sanchez and Kuig, gives it back to the Royals. The Generals have a decent home crowd here for Alumni Weekend, or Young Alumni Weekend, that is. Plenty of fans cheering them on. Also had a nice crowd out for the women's game as well.
They did.
Finds Seifa now on the far end for the Generals, and he sprints right past the Regent backline. Tries to get it into Sanchez, who looking for his second goal. Seifa found him in the middle there, but Sanchez just not able to hit that one quite cleanly.
Yeah, really weird angle he took. He was facing the sideline as he struck down with the inside of it, so it almost whipped it around. Enriquez looked stunned. He was in place, so he was lucky that that one went just wide of the post. Otherwise, we could have been up 2-0 pretty early.
Sanchez kicks that one, trying to find, kicks it to Seifa. Seifa tried to find Sanchez on the return pass, and looks like there's going to be a whistle. That one, not sure who that one's going to go against, that foul. No card being handed out, but the Generals again with the free kick from just about the same spot they had the previous one.
I think it was Olivier Kamga again.
You got to think the
that made the
referee's
challenge.
giving him a warning at this point.
That's his second. Bound to be an infraction of some sort soon if he keeps it up.
Yeah, Sanchez giving him all sorts of trouble on the near side. And it'll be Apostolou the one to take it. He'll curl it in with his left foot.
Goes long into the crowd. Oh.
And Sanchez, very ambitious on that shot. A lot of power behind that one, and that one
That ball
flies
is,
right over the net.
if there were 5 goals stacked on each other, it might have been a top bins finish, but that ball is gone. That ball is gone.
Yeah, maybe we'll have somebody go track that one down, but that one into the trees, and Enriquez will get us started again here with a goal kick.
It was a passionate strike. We need more of that, more
Yeah, you got to like the passion
more
behind
power,
it, but
aggression on it.
hope for a little bit more accurate of a shot. The Generals will get it going with their back line here.
Speaking of accuracy, we've had a lot of long balls fly out.
Yeah, both
Early on.
goalies haven't really been able to find the mark
Yeah.
when it gets back to them. And Regent will take the throw in here with Staples.
I wouldn't mind seeing Regent try to build up their offense a bit slower. They've been booting it down and losing possession pretty quickly.
You got to think maybe the sense of urgency coming a little bit just from the fact they gave up a goal already so early.
Mm.
But Obviously, plenty of time left in this game. No real reason to rush.
Yeah. This right side of the pitch is absolutely stacked. Not one player sitting on the left side. So much space. Definitely worth switching it in situations like that. Get the Generals defense on their feet.
Generals will take it away, though, as they move into Regent's half of the field. Apostolou coming up from the left back. He's got a head full of steam. And that one deflected, looking for Sanchez. Hall will keep it, though. Generals switch sides here over to Peterson and now Seifa. Seifa trying to beat that defense. Puts in a shot, has it blocked, though. And then tried to be cleared out by Parker, unable to do so, and the Generals keep it in.
Good scrappy defense, and Regent know not to be too physical in the box there. W&L 2 penalties on the season. Not trying to give away their third. They've converted both, so not worth putting up tackles like that when we've only scored 2 non-set piece goals in the season. Better to
However, Regent,
hold your spot.
they have stopped all 3 penalty kicks that they've faced this season, so certainly impressive work.
Really? That's got to be rare. Wow.
Oh, good through ball from
Amazing.
Sanchez. Trying to find Jenkins. That one just rolled through a little bit too far on him. Tough angle on the shot, and he sends it into the side netting.
But again, W&L are absolutely pounding Regent here. They've really been dominating the possession game. Created 3 or 4, maybe 5 opportunities at this point. They've been awfully close to finding their way into the net. Keep going like this, it will be a very one-sided game. Regent needs something.
Yeah, Regent just looking for some spell of possession here, but once again, the Generals flying the other direction.
Another through ball.
That was a crucial tackle there. And another one there. That was Olivier Kamga again, and then that first tackle made by Jonathan Dedo Amaya. Generals now.
Regent going for the man-marking approach. Last time they had every single player essentially on the line.
And the Generals' second corner here will be from the near side. Sanchez to take. Looking to whip that one in. Punched out by the Regent goalkeeper. Ball still a little bit of pressure here on the Royals. Still need to clear. Generals keeping it in. Goes down in the box to Jenkins, but referee not going to give that one.
And Sanchez on the weak side. He's going to go to work. He has a lot of space on his right. Sanchez is a lefty. Is that correct?
He is pretty adept with both of his feet, but you can see a cross in there with his right. Just that one deflected up by Staples and into the hands of Enriquez. Take a look at both these goalies in this matchup. Enriquez averaged about 3.8 goals a game. Will Joseph for the Generals only allowed 2 goals on the season for 1 a game. Miles Furman has played in more games because Joseph has been a little bit banged up back there, but he's back into his starting role as one of the senior leaders on this Generals roster.
But we know the goalkeeper's only the last line of defense. Even for the ball to make its way to the goalkeeper, everyone else has had to make a mistake somewhere, so we can't put all the blame on them. Speaking as a former goalkeeper myself. So
Got to defend yourself
come
there
on, guys.
a little bit, Lorne.
Honestly.
Yeah, you need that support from your defenders, and that one goes long.
It's going to be
Referee's
a goal kick. I thought it was a corner, but
referee begs to differ there.
yeah, I'm not complaining. Go Generals.
And for Will Joseph, his save percentage on the season sitting right about at 81%. Then for Connor Enriquez, about 63%. 2 wins and 2 losses on the year. And for Will Joseph, sitting at 0-1-1 in his starts.
We can see a difference in the back 4 as well from both teams. If they're playing back 4, I believe they are.
Generals are playing back 4, and it looks like
They've got a strong defense. Regent have struggled to get anywhere close to the goalkeeper.
Camgo a little out of position there. Sanchez, though, kind of tripping up on his own feet there. Still able to maintain possession as the Apostolou comes into the play now. He crosses it in.
Nice cross.
Kubig went for the header there. That one deflected, though, off a Regent defender. Regent will take possession here. Still need to clear the ball, though, and Apostolou kind of almost tackles. Looks like that was Austin Johns there coming back from the midfield, and he'll win the foul called against Washington and Lee. And Enriquez, once again, coming out of his goal spot to take this free kick. He boots it well into the Generals' half. Generals, once again, will take possession away from the Royals. Apostolou trying to get past two Regent players. They're not going to get it, not going to get the call either. Royals now will look to generate some sort of offense, and they just cannot get it going here.
Keep giving it away. W&L have numbers, 4 and 5 going up the pitch.
Seifa working against Parker there. Good slide tackle from Parker, unable to get it out of play. Seifa working to get it around him. Good spin move there.
Yeah.
And the cross knocked out that time by Isaiah Morris.
Oh, bit of a miscommunication from the Generals there.
And that ball coming all the way through back to Staples for the Regent backline. And again, just unable to connect. A rather simple pass are the Royals. Sanchez through the legs of Staples there, but Seifa just not expecting that one, caught him off guard. A heavy touch sends it out of play.
Confusing everyone on the field, his teammates too. Nice play nonetheless.
Yeah, Sanchez really been the most active player for the Generals. He's been all over the pitch and has that only goal of the game so far. Just about 25 minutes to go in this first half. Shane Riley and Lauren Chester is joining you on the General Sports Network for some mid-season action between Regent and Washington and Lee. That one, long-range shot attempt coming from Camga, but really no trouble for Joseph.
Regent are living and dying by this long punt. Emphasis on the dying this time. They cannot get anything out of this.
Peterson coming up from the right. Looking to beat Parker on the far side. He gets a strong cross in, but that one, really no chance for anybody to make a play on as it sails over the net. And because of the heat, it's pretty warm out here in Lexington today, they are taking a brief water break.
I've never seen this, but I can absolutely get behind it. Oh my God.
Yeah, just about, there's a stoppage, and just about halfway through each half we'll have a water break for both teams. I mean, it's very humid, very hot day here in Lexington. The sun beating down on just about everybody and everything here, so players getting a chance to get rehydrated with some water.
Is this just a collegiate thing?
I think it's normally just, it probably is just a collegiate thing, but also only really a heat thing. If it's not that hot, they won't do a water stoppage. But
it's a good safety measure.
No, for sure. Players can easily get
heat stroke is a real thing, guys.
Overly exhausted as well, yes, and it can be tough to keep moving out there, especially because you don't want to just lay on the ground out there as your team is playing.
Of course.
So, good idea giving these guys a chance to get some water, and giving the refs a chance to get some water as well.
Of course, yeah. We never think about the refs. They're running the whole time too, and they're
out there in the heat just as everybody else is. So,
and not in their physical prime like these young college students. Look at them.
Yeah, but the referees, we always, of course, appreciate their work. The most underappreciated position in all of sports, but especially in soccer, referees can tend to get a A lot of yelling directed towards them, but of course we always appreciate the work that they do. And about halfway through this first half, what have you seen from both sides, Lorne?
I mean, it's been a very one-sided game. Who doesn't love an exciting soccer game, right? I need to see a bit more out of Regent. I said it before, I'll say it again. We need to stop with the long punts upfield. It hasn't worked once yet. Regent really struggling offensively. They need to work it from the back, get more players back, and then push forward as a team. W&L can't be much better than what they're doing. Only 20 minutes in, but we scored within the first 2 minutes. Keep up the pressure. They're winning the stamina battle. I think we're looking good so far.
Yeah, you take a look at the shots, total shots, and then shots on goal, 8-1 in favor of Washington and Lee, and then 3 shots on goal for the Generals and just the 1 shot. Really not a troubling shot, though. Long-range one from Kamga that Joseph had no trouble with. Each team with 3 fouls as well. Then, of course, the 1 goal coming off the deflection from a Matthew Jenkins shot, and Ricardo Sanchez was able to slot that ball home. Generals going to play it up from the back here.
Space looks for Sanchez. There he is. Loads of space. Let's see what he can do. Go to work.
The Generals are really emphasis on this left side of their offense. Sanchez has really been the prolific catalyst, if you will, for Washington and Lee.
He's going to get it back.
Johns tried to clear that one. Or, sorry, not Johns, but that was Amaya trying to clear that one and was unable to do so. Generals keep it in Regent's half. Peterson not expecting that pass, still able to track it down. Good ball up to Hall. Staples.
Good defense cutting him off.
Yeah, excellent job to get his body in front there, and looks like we're going to have our first couple substitutions of the day. It's going to be Adam Bogus coming in for Regent as well as Cooper Bell, and they will replace Landon Farley. It looks like or rather not Jacob Holstein, but Connor Bailey coming out of the game.
And that's 2 midfielders coming in for a defender and a midfielder, so maybe they're not playing their natural positions, that or Regent are trying to spark some offense here.
Yeah, it looks like Regent have moved to more of a 3-player defensive look here with the 3 backs, and they're going to move 4 up into the midfield and 3 up on offense.
And now Regent have taken some influence from W&L. They've working the offense slowly, looking for a through ball. But I'm preferring what I'm seeing here now. They're holding the ball for longer, moving up the field. Everyone's moving as a team. It's more promising on offense, although they do lose it. But I like what I saw.
Yeah, longer spell of possession there for Regent. They rush back here on defense. Kuig trying to look for Sanchez. He's able to control it, but unable to follow through there. That was Isaiah Morris, the crucial stop there, able to tip it off the feet of Sanchez as he tries to win it back here. Miscommunication there between Sanchez and Kuig.
On that initial through ball, I thought we might have seen an offside, but Sanchez must have timed it perfectly. Oh, harsh tackle there.
Yeah, it's a big tackle there. That one coming in on Arrowwood, the freshman for the Generals. First time we really mentioned his name today, but sort of playing it's like more of a defensive mid kind of role for Washington and Lee.
I mean, the ball's been near their box most of the time, so lovely free ball. We get on top of it.
Jenkins able to track it down, but not in front of the net. Enriquez did a good job putting a little bit of pressure on Jenkins, and possibly will go quick on the throw here. Generals getting ready for a couple substitutions. Looks like Jack Travis and Justin Chekanekio getting ready to come in. Ball on the ground. Found Kuig, a great cross in from Apostolou, but Kuig just unable to put that one on net.
But again, another scare for Regent's defense. Keep going like that. Goals will fall.
And Sanchez and Sammy Seifa will come out as Chekanekio and Jack Travis come into the game. A couple of midfielders also can get up into the offense at times.
And that's the great thing about rolling subs, taking out 2 of our strongest offensive prowesses. And it's fine because they're going to be back in 2 minutes, recharged, refreshed.
Chekanekio and Travis touching the ball early into their play on the field, and now Jenkins dumps it over to Peterson. Peterson trying to cross that one through. Ends up getting the ball again, and Chekanekio was 1 second away firing that one into the net, but Staples again coming up with the big block / clearance there to move it the other way for the Royals.
Really physical here.
Yeah, a lot of pushing and shoving there.
Number 9. Olivier Camgo again. 3rd foul for him. Potentially 4th. Still no booking.
Yeah, that one was a little bit more of a team effort. But still.
It was a tag team.
Very physical play coming from the Royals side. Generals, once again, mounting their pressure, mounting their attack. Peterson unable to track that one down. That'll go out for another, or rather a General's corner. That one coming off the feet. I think that was Parker on the far side. So it's going to be Willie Hall to take it from the far side for the Generals.
And Trey Peterson playing as a defensive midfielder, but he was sparking the offense that time. Really being a lone soldier in the offense, taking it all himself. Got an injury here. I'm not sure who is down, but that can't be good for the Royals.
Yeah, it looks like that might, I don't want to say the name until we know who it is, but probably just a cramp maybe in that right leg for him. We gotta hope that he's okay. His play stops for the injury.
In both legs, it looks like.
Yeah, heat out there is it's brutal.
I know. That's why I like playing indoor sports in a nice air-conditioned gym.
There you go. Keeping it nice and cool for you.
Absolutely.
I think that's Jonathan Dedo Amaya for the Royals, number 12. Looks like he's getting a little bit of water. Looks like he'll be okay. Not sure if they're going to sub him out or not. Looks like he might be walking over to the Regent bench. Didn't see who happened to come on for him. It might be, I'm not sure who checked in for him.
I don't think they have 11 men out there.
So it looks like they're going to play a 10 on 11 here. Just going to get a quick water break and then come back on the field, I assume. Willie Hall, though, the General in the far corner. The lefty will take the corner here.
We're going to resume play without him.
He boots it into the corner. Furman right on top of the net. The ball stays loose. And finally, Enriquez able to track that down. That ball was loose for a long time in front of the net.
Dodged a very big bullet there. Enriquez lucky to come up with it.
Yeah, Furman. That was Furman and Hall. Well, Hall sent that one in. I think Furman and Chekanekio, rather, on that near side post, trying to put one in onto goal. But fortunate, as you said, Enriquez able to corral it. Still about 17 minutes left to go here in this first half. Washington and Lee with the 1-0 lead here, trying to add to it. And Enriquez again in good position there, stops that cross from getting through.
This game has been a very repetitive cycle of quick W&L offenses almost finding their way into the net, or at least the box, and then booted away and immediately finding W&L again. But that's going to be Regent ball, throw in on the side. Players, everyone's coming up. That's what I like to see.
Yeah, trying to flip the pressure, try to swap it over onto the Generals side. They're going to take their time here on this throw. Going to bring Drew Thomas from the midfield up, their senior captain. He's going to throw it long here.
Good arm.
Ball was sitting in front of the net for a moment, but Washington and Lee are tracking it down here. Now Peterson getting out quickly on the counter. He finds Kuig, cuts it back towards the net. Just a little bit of a heavy touch there. Dangerous.
Ooh.
Dangerous attempt there. Enriquez trying to clear that one, and Kuig easily could have deflected that thing back in net.
Really brave to jump in front of the ball like that. I bet that one hurt. I'll leave a mark in the morning, but
You gotta love the aggressiveness,
Yes,
though,
you do.
from Kuig. Putting his body on the line, trying to slot home a second goal, and Generals will make a quick substitution here. Taha Kaba, the junior midfielder, he's coming in to the game, and then another substitution, Caden Zion, who started a game or two for the Generals. Let's find him in a defensive or midfielder role. Looks like he'll play more of a traditional midfield role here. He's a first year from Rye, New York. Kuig really unable to get a good touch on that one, and that one dumped out of the region end. Looks like Amaya.
Ooh.
Oh, good. He's back into the game.
Royals playing it quickly, looking to go long, but that's going to be a bit too strong.
Yeah, that was a good idea there from the Royals. Morris was making the run. Had some space down there, but just not able to connect. Those long passes can be tough to gauge sometimes from the sender, and that time not on target.
Just going back and forth between Generals and the Royals. Generals come out of it, and now they look to go long.
Out of space on that far side for Zion. He's trying to use his speed to beat Parker. He'll cut it back and look to slow things up for this Generals offense. A little bit more patience now from Washington and Lee on the far side. Kaba trying to cross it through, but nobody really home on the opposite end. Chekanekio was the closest General. Now some substitutions again for both sides. First up for Regent, it's going to be Lucas Prendergast coming into the game, and then John Schofield. And then for Washington and Lee, the older brother of Sammy Seifa, Nati Seifa, checking in, the junior forward. And he'll come in for Buster Kuig. So we've seen both Seifa brothers out there in this one. Nati getting his first few minutes here. The clock trickles down, just under 13 minutes to go in this first half. And despite the warmth, it's an absolutely beautiful day for some Generals athletics. As Apostolou crosses it into the feet of Kaba. A little bit heavy foot there. Chekanekio got deflected. I'm not sure if that came off a General or Royal.
It was a Royal, lets it fly, but it was a good block there from the Royals defense. That one looked like it was being slotted into the bottom left corner. It was fast strike.
Generals keeping the pressure on here. Chekanekio trying to get an angle for a shot. He'll pass it over to Peterson. Out to the feet of Seifa, his first touch of the game. Looks like that one may have gotten deflected. Into the feet of, that looks like Chekanekio, who's off the right side post.
Quick feet to turn that pass from well, striker.
And it's going to be a sophomore Ayush Kataria is coming into the game, replacing first year Isaac Arrowwood after a Good spell of about 33 minutes out there. General's really just mounting the shots now. 5 shots on goal, 13 total. Still just the 1 for the Royals. General's backline being tested a little bit now, but no real concern. Although that one does go out, and another deep position throw in coming for the Royals.
Looking again to get the big man throwing it in. Lots of people in the box like it's a corner. It's the type of opportunities you want to create when you have guys that can throw it this far.
So long throw, as you talked about, Lorne, but nothing coming from it. Now a race for the ball here out on the run. Zion was able to track it down. It looked like maybe it was off a hand, but referee's not going to give it.
Looked unintentional even if it was. Royals looking to counter now, but W&L really clamping up the midfield. Royals are really struggling to, once they get the ball, keep it for much longer. Nice cutback.
And Seifa, a good idea going over to Kataria. Great pass over to him, but Ayush Kataria just coming into the game. Sends that one over the net. And the Generals with another substitution here. Apostolou, he will check out of the game. And Christopher Ordway, first year defender from West Palm Beach, Florida, getting his first minutes of action here against the Royals. Correcchia facing some pressure here from a few Royals. That one going to go in favor of the Generals for a throw.
The Royals still staying up high. Perfectly placed throw, giving the Generals a chance to push forward. 3-on-3. What can they do?
And a great tackle there from Parker. Still doesn't end this Generals attack, though. We've seen a lot of this today, just an unable to clear it, have the Royals been.
Good step over.
They're going to say Seifa carried that ball just a little bit too far. That one went out of play. As you said, a nice step over and almost a chance right in front of net. It's another substitution coming on here for the Royals. Caswell Bayless, he'll check into the game, and Jonathan Schofield, he'll check out. So a lot of faces really for both sides getting some minutes here. Another substitution is going to be Brad Doolin coming in for Justin Chekanekio. Brad Doolin, junior forward / midfielder, but see him sort of stepping into that hybrid role. Looks like he'll be out on the left wing as this ball makes its way to Ordway, and Ordway has his pocket picked, but quickly gets back up and takes it back. Fight for possession here, and Travis will win out. Crowd getting into it a little bit here. Generals win themselves another corner kick. 4th of the day, none so far coming for the Royals. Just really not have had any real offensive chances thus far. It's going to be Doolin the one to take it here. Using that left foot, curling it in on the net. And a little backwards flick there off the head from Correcchia. No trouble there from Enriquez, though.
You don't see those very often. Facing your own net and knocking it on backwards. No problem for Enriquez, though. Nice catch. And secured nicely. But again, already back in General's possession after just one touch.
You got to think at halftime, Coach Walsh, I want to emphasize that a lot of these balls, these long through balls, just not found the target.
Yeah.
Guess it can be tough to deal with this General's pressure sometimes, but they have shown us a couple spells where they've been able to move it up slowly. So they certainly have that capability, just not being patient enough to take it. Seifa finds himself out running again. Miscommunication between him and Kataria. Still maintain possession here, though, and a lot of space for Doolin now. Trying to step over Staples, puts that one in onto the near post. Not too much trouble there. Aiden Zion puts that one into the side net.
Doolin doing a really good job filling in Sanchez's role while he's taking a breather. That was just as dangerous. A nice threat created by Doolin there.
Doolin once again trying to track that one down. Generals have had most of their attack coming in from this near side. Although their goal did come from the far side off a deflection by the shot of Jenkins. And Generals going quick here. Looking for Zion on the opposite side of the field than where we normally see him. Generals switch sides of the field here with Peterson.
Long strike.
A little ambitious there from Peterson. That one not quite as high as that one we saw from Sanchez earlier, but still not going to find the target.
He had a lot of space, though. I don't mind the strike at all. Nothing wrong with having a crack from that far out when the defenders are sitting back. Like
yeah, you never know when you might hit it.
Exactly, and then
perfect and
then you'll
slot
be
that one home.
School celebrity for
there you go.
a day or two. You'll take those chances.
Walking into class on Monday with a little bit of
swagger.
Yeah, there you go. That one off the head there, off the foot of Travis into the head of, I believe that was Amaya there. Edo Amaya. Glad to see that he's okay after his cramping a little bit earlier. And just a heavy touch there. Good triangle passing from the Generals, but not finding Doolin on the left side.
It was clean tiki-taka, just a bit too strong on that one, but it's like we had that Brazilian music playing in the background. Like that's what they had playing in their heads, I reckon.
Yeah, that pregame music coursing through their minds. And Zion rips a strike.
Really good strike. And that's the physicality difference you were talking about earlier. He's got a few inches of height and I reckon 10 to 20 pounds of weight on some of those midfielders that he was just paired up against. Enough to force them off the ball, even as a freshman.
It looks like there's going to be some sort of foul called against, I believe, the Generals bench. Referee talking to Coach Lumumba Shabazz here. Not going to be any card dished out. The Generals bench has received, if you're looking for red cards, the Generals bench actually has received a couple.
Really?
Coaches have received a red card this season, but
do they have to leave when that happens?
or maybe it's just yellows. They have received a few cards, though, the bench. I'm not sure if, I don't think the cards will come up on the stats for the team, but they have received cards, and I do believe a couple of them have been red. I'm not fully sure what the rules are when that happens, but Generals bench certainly very adamant at times.
It's always funny when you watch Premier League and you see the coaches walking through the dugout.
Yeah, you got to be sent back.
Honestly.
I remember watching watching Inter Miami a few weeks ago. Mascherano was up in the stands coaching from his phone. So maybe we'll see that from one of these coaches if they pick up a card coming up into the stands and texting their coaches.
We'll sneak him into the box. He can.
There you go.
Can come yell from here.
The Generals coming away again here on the attack. Regent forced into their defensive position. That one. I'm sure that was Kaba in there. Lost his footing on that sort of side heel attempt at a shot. Generals not able to find a way forward. Neither have Regent here. Again, a little bit impatient from the Royals.
They gain possession on the throw-in. Let's see if... Again, sending everyone forward. I want to see a few more people in the box, though. A lot of these midfielders standing around.
And with only 1 minute remaining, too.
Gotta go.
Yeah, you want to try to sneak one past at the end of this first half, steal one in what's otherwise been a dominant first half by the Generals. So we'll see where this throw ends up. He does have an option short here, but it's like Thomas goes long.
Foul called in the box. Bit too much physicality from the Royals there. I think a bit of shirt grabbing, trying to gain the space needed to receive that throw in, but ref called on. It's having none of it. W&L, they're going to go with 20 seconds. They're going to send it up.
And Joseph boots it.
Don't think I've ever seen a buzzer beater goal in soccer just yet, but
maybe this will be your first time.
Well, I'd be gonna get excited.
Here they go.
5,
And
4,
Doolin's just gonna let that one roll out. Didn't really think he had any real chance on it. And that'll do it for the first half. Washington at least score in the first 5 minutes of the first half, but then Regent parked the bus a little bit, if you will, did not allow another goal to get through. The Generals certainly mounting the opportunities. 19 total shots, 6 on goal. What have you seen in that first half for us, Lorne?
I mean, essentially domination. The scoreboard doesn't say it. It's 1-0. You see that, you're thinking tight game, thinking exciting, but it was absolutely one-sided by the Generals. Royals created a few chances, but I want to see them get in more. Maybe take a few longer strikes, because they've had the ball in the front third, but haven't just really been able to get it safely into the box. But if they take shots from far, maybe it will find its way into the net, and those are the chances they have to take. Otherwise, it might be a offensive clean sheet for them this game.
So that'll do us for the first half of this one. Generals take a first half lead of 1-0. After this, we'll hit you with some of the Generals' favorite pizza toppings for our halftime little show for you, and then we'll be back with some second half action after a few minutes.
What is the best pizza topping?
Pepperoni.
Low-key onions. Probably meat, just sausage.
Meat lovers.
What is the best pizza topping?
I have to go sausage.
Penne vodka. Pepperoni, hands down.
Chicken bacon ranch.
What's the best pizza topping?
I'll go with pepperoni.
I'd say pineapple.
Plain cheese pizza.
Pepperoni.
What is the best pizza topping?
Barbecue chicken.
Why?
Barbecue chicken.
Pepperonis. Buffalo chicken.
Pineapple.
Plain cheese.
What is the best pizza topping?
I gotta go with pepperoni.
Buffalo chicken.
Sausage.
Pepperoni.
I like supreme, like everything on it.
What is the best pizza topping?
Best pizza topping would have to be buffalo chicken.
I think pepperoni.
Bacon. Buffalo chicken. It's tasty.
Green bell peppers.
Probably buffalo chicken. I don't really like toppings on my pizza, so I'd say like parm, something like Parmesan.
Welcome back to Washington and Lee on the campus of Washington and Lee on Alston Parker Watt Field for some second half action between the Royals of Regent College and the Washington and Lee University Generals. I'm Shane Riley, joined by my partner Lorne Chesters on the General Sports Network, and we'll take a look at some of the first half stats between both of these teams. Score obviously 1-0 in favor of Washington and Lee following the early Ricardo Sanchez goal. 19 shots to 1 in favor of Washington and Lee, 6 of which have been on goal, just the 1 on goal for the Royals. 4 corners in favor of Washington and Lee. Taking a look at the fouls, Regent a little bit more careless in that regard. 7 fouls on them, just 4 on the Generals. So what's the key to the second half for both teams, Lorne?
Well, I mean, if we're talking about what Washington and Lee did well in the first half, I think running the ball through Ricardo Sanchez, he has the goal obviously in the second minute, but he was the powerhouse. He was creating chances whenever he was on the field. And then Caden Zion filled his place, I believe. He came on, filled a similar role on that left-hand side really well, getting in the box, creating lots of chances. So we need to do more of what we've been doing essentially. It's just converting, but the types of opportunities that we've been creating, that should not be a problem in the second half. As for Regent, I was reiterating the entire first half. They need to build their offense more slowly. Build up from the back, pass small passes. They've been struggling on long balls. They've been turning over the ball quickly. They've been struggling to find their strikers because they've also been struggling to find their midfield. It's been going from the goalkeeper to our defense the entire time.
Yeah, we haven't really had to mention too much from the W&L defense just because there hasn't been a whole lot of pressure there. The one shot that Regent does have was from a long ways out, at least 30-plus yards out. So for Regent, as you said, it's really going to be important that they're able to be patient and take the chances when they arise, because they've certainly had chances for possession. In Washington Lee, they've had some pressure on the ball, but it hasn't been overwhelming per se. It's just they've not been patient on that side of the field. Looks like both teams will be rolling out the same starters in this second half. Washington Lee will be attacking to the right in the white uniforms, and then Regent going to the left in the same black uniforms as before.
If things continue as they have been, this half will be more relieving on my neck, as I won't have to. For those of you at home, there's a wall every time that the ball was in our top left corner. Ricardo, where he was sitting most of the game, I've been having to lean forward and crane my neck to the side to watch it. But now I've got the whole pitch visible to me, or the whole right side of the pitch at least, where W&L are attacking. So
yeah, sometimes not always the easiest to see out that left side, but we make do.
It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Of course.
Just to commentate with Shane Riley.
Well, I'm glad to have you here, Lorne. It's been a lot of fun, and hopefully we got 45 more minutes of it. So Generals will get us started here. They'll just boot it right up ahead into the Royals half, and second half is underway.
A lot of energy in the first 10 seconds. Already a foul, lots of sprinting going out. Both teams recharged, refueled.
Yeah, they're ready to go here. We'll see if either side has made any tactical changes, whether or not Regent will go for anything different here. It doesn't look like it. It looks like they're just going to boot it right ahead. And Enriquez does just that.
Better kick this time, though. More accuracy. Almost found his players, but...
And Jenkins gets out quickly. Cuts it back into the center of the field. He'll have to slow it up here with Travis, but Travis goes long here. Sanchez able to track that one down. Heavy touch. And then allows a clearance by the Royals and back to Correcchia and the Generals back line.
Generals regathering, looking to go right back at it. Taking no breaks, no messing about, passing up here. We're going forward.
And that's been the mentality for Washington and Lee today, is pressing up. A lot of intensity. Seem to have worked so far. They've really dominated possession and really have not had a lot of threats facing them on the opposite end of the ball.
But we do have to give our kudos to Royals defense. They conceded one very early on, but since then they've held on and they're keeping it a tight game. Only one goal difference.
And all it takes is one counterattack as the Generals still probing here on offense. As I was saying, one counterattack could prove to be the difference in this game. I was talking about it earlier. The Generals were playing much similar to this against their game at Covenant. It was also here in Lexington. Covenant really were not generating too many offensive chances. One breakout, and they were able to tie that game up, that one ending in a 1-1 draw.
That's how quickly it can change.
Yeah, 1-0 games certainly never out of the question for either side, especially the one that's down. That being Regent in this case, and looks like they'll bring everybody forward as they get another throw opportunity here in like just about the General's final third. Trying to sneak up a little bit on the throw. Both teams fighting for possession. Ball switched hands several times there.
Royals forward. I think it was Cambia. Had a lot of space there for a through ball, but not sure who it was, but the Royals player on ball had his head down, didn't quite see it. But again, slower possessions they had. They held the ball a bit longer. W&L going, not going to get it.
Yeah, it's Kuig on the far side of that cross. That through ball, rather, just a little bit too far ahead. And once again, Regent moving their players forward, opting not to go through the back here. You got to think maybe they would opt for a switch up just to change the momentum here, but they obviously are concerned with the pressure that the Generals can put on their back line. Just not allowing them really to create that space, sort of, or just hoping it'll be there as Peterson wins it as he sprints ahead on the right side. Travis getting his name called from everywhere, looking for players looking for the ball. And Travis actually walked onto this team a couple years ago. I had heard that he was impressing out there at club soccer, and then he walked onto the team, and obviously he's staked out a solid and important role for himself on this Generals team 2 years, or rather 3 years into his Generals career here. He pulls up a shot right at that left post. A tough one for Enriquez to see. That was a missile right on the ground. Enriquez, though, did a good job of holding his position. Makes the save.
Nice little 0-to-hero story there from Travis. Is very timely that he took the strike. If it converted, that would have been a commentating highlight reel, wouldn't it?
Of course it would have been, but unfortunately that one for Travis not finding the net, but still an excellent shot, making Enriquez work.
They'd say it was scripted.
Yeah, I knew that one was coming. I had the foresight. My future fortune teller is rather what I meant to say there, and almost, not quite though. Regent aggressive with that throw in.
Yeah.
Parker looking for his teammate. That was Isaiah Morris.
Went all the way out for a goal kick, I suppose.
Yeah, it was a hard throw, and Generals just let that one go all the way through. So now 6 saves on the day for Enriquez. That brings his total up to 40 saves already on the season in just about 8 games. Certainly a busy man back there for the Royals this year.
The defense has been struggling. W&L, no shortage of offensive opportunities so far this game. But he has been doing a good job keeping them out the net, besides the one early on.
Yeah, that one was a tough one for him, though. Coming off the deflection, not much.
Sanchez absolutely everywhere. He's playing left wing, and he's all on this right side, creating opportunities.
Jenkins. Oh, he opted to go all the way down to the line there, crossed it in on the ground. Ball still not cleared out, though. Finds his way back to Jenkins. That was a great offensive chance they had there. Peterson trying to slice through. Can't find his way forward. Generals now. Seen this from them a bit today. Just having a little bit of patience on offense. And as I say that, Hall rips a shot right off the crossbar.
That is too much space. He was saying 20 yards out. People not pressing up. Of course he's going to take that.
And we could see Hall almost slotting that one home. Sometimes those deflections, too, can be a little dangerous when they're off the bar. Nobody really inside that time. Really inside the 6-yard box for the Generals, so no threat to Enriquez other than that missile off the crossbar. That was a great through ball into Kuig, and he tries to pull up on the shot.
Finds his way in.
And that one just rolls into the net. I'm not sure.
I think it's going to count as an own goal.
I think that did come off of a Royals player there. We can take a look here at the replay, maybe get a better look at what exactly happened there. So we see this excellent through pass. Sanchez again into Kuig. Kuig gets tripped up. I think that's, not sure if that's Parker coming from behind. Looks like that one may have been off Kuig's foot, may have been off the Regent player. Either way, took a very fortunate bounce for the Generals. And Enriquez caught off guard.
Absolutely. I thought it was going out for sure, but my perception's all screwed up from all the way over here.
Yeah, not the best angle that we have on that one. I was sort of holding my breath, just wondering where that ball was going.
But a goal is a goal, nonetheless. No matter how flashy it is, it counts all the same.
Yeah, we'll let you know what the scoring decision on that one.
Number 11, Buster Kuig.
So they will give it to Buster Kuig. They're going to say that he made the final tip there, or at least directed it in onto goal, even if a Regent player hit it afterwards. So no own goal for Regent, but as you said earlier, goal counts all the same, and Kuig, he'll be able to slot home the General's second goal of this contest. And for him, that is his second goal of the season as well. So
he'll be pleased to know he's been awarded that one.
The first Generals player to reach 2 goals on the season as already. Generals going for another chance there. Jenkins took a little bit too long there, and that one deflects well out of play, but
into the car park, actually. But
hopefully didn't hit somebody's car there. We'd probably hear the alarm.
Probably.
But Generals wasting no time after that early second half goal already. A corner chance here. And Sanchez is going to get an assist as well for that last goal. So Sanchez a goal and an assist. And this one, header onto Kuig, staying in the box here though.
Kuig really got up for that one.
Yeah, showing his athleticism there. Regent looks like they're going to, nope, still not cleared, and that's maybe
a foul on that one.
Yeah, they're going to say Jenkins a little bit too aggressive coming in on the goalie there. Doesn't really make any contact on the ball. But Sanchez having himself quite the day. A goal now and an assist for Sanchez. Those are his first 3 points of the season.
That's unexpected. He's been the man so far this game. He's been.
Yeah, the Generals have been experimenting with some lineups. Obviously, he's played in all of their games, but hasn't started every single game. So,
Really?
But after today's effort, you got to think that he's earned himself a pretty good case at winning that starting job there over on that left side. And Postaloo goes down. Just a big collision there. No whistle from the referee.
Loopy ball. I like it. Finds its way.
It's Jenkins cutting it inside. He finds Travis. Little 1-2 game.
Ooh.
And Hall rolls out to Hall. He keeps it on the ground, but
just sliced it.
Yeah, not really an accurate look there.
but a good look nonetheless. Tough strike.
Certainly taking his opportunity when it got there.
Could easily get some lace on that and had power. Could have been a rocket towards Enriquez.
In a few minutes, we'll take another look at that almost goal from Willie Hall that went off the crossbar. But in the meantime, Regent finally moving into the Generals half. It's been a little while since we've seen them up here. And again, just not really connecting on these throws, any of these long passes.
I like the idea on that one, but
We'll take a quick look.
just didn't have the pace. See the strike.
This one out to Willie. Oh, that was the other one that he just missed. Willie Hall, a couple of shots there. Weren't able to find the target.
There goes Jenkins. Finds its way to Kuig.
Jenkins again with the back heel into Apostolou in that one.
Off the face of Enriquez.
Got to make a save in that one. Probably a little painful for Enriquez. Might have got him in the nose there.
He's holding his nose. He was momentarily.
Looks like he's all right, though. Just probably a little shaken up. That one can really hurt off the face.
There's a rocket as well.
Yeah. Apostolou showing us his strength on that one. Looks like he's just checking himself in goal, making sure there's no blood coming off of there.
Sanchez going to find Peterson. Going to see a whip in towards the box. What we're going to see. Takes it himself.
You can see the idea there, trying to hit Sanchez, but Staples and Regent there really not allowing that to happen. Foot race now between Furman and Morris. Furman will win that. And Will Joseph will kick it out to Apostolou. You see a little bit of the difference there between these teams. Joseph a little bit more calculated on some of these long passes, whereas it's been more of a rushed attempt from Regent. Jenkins looking to pull up.
Just can get the power on the strike, but pops it back into the middle. His Sanchez.
That one just trailed wide of the net.
Wide.
But Sanchez again all over the place. Coach Shabazz now. Give a little coaching moment for Peterson, trying to tell him what he wanted to see out of that last play from him. Maybe not cutting it inside, but dishing it off to a teammate.
But the crowd were loving it, clapping it up there. Good offense, I say.
That was, once again, the first year Arrowwood. Correccia now. Morris really the only one up for the Royals. Correccia boots it long. Nobody really there for Washington and Lee, but Sanchez will find it at his feet.
It often works out that way.
And the Royals once again stuck in this defensive position. All of their players, besides their two forwards, are back trying to stop this Washington and Lee offense.
Just goes past Arrowwood. Morris is going to try taking himself, but nice skill moves with the double team, forcing him to kick it out of bounds.
Furman, one of the best players, let alone defenders, on this Generals roster. Played pretty much consistently since his freshman year, earned a starting job pretty much exclusively last year, and has been a staple on this Washington and Lee backline. Also one of their biggest threats on those corners. He can jump up there really high, and oftentimes he's their man in those opportunities.
He's 6'3", one of the tallest, joint tallest player on the team. He's got height and against teams like Regent, high advantage over every single player on the field. So he's going to be powerful in those corners.
Yeah, we really haven't called his name a lot today because General's corners haven't necessarily been super effective. They've sort of had caused some confusion maybe in the Royals side, but not so much any real significant trouble. Now, Sammy Seifa checking back into the game. Jenkins has really been all over the place this second half. He has the assist in that first half on the General's first goal, but he'll check out, get a little breather here. He's really proven his worth today.
It's weird. We say, I heard all over the place. I made it like I thought it was like had negative connotations, but no, in football, it's really a good thing. I say football.
Soccer, football.
Showing off my heritage. Look at that.
There you go. Yeah, we know what you're talking about. But I mean, all over the place. I guess in his head would not be ideal, but on the field, he's been effective.
Absolutely, it's safer. Instant impact, whipping it in, but
he looks a little bit maybe upset with Kuig there, not necessarily making the run he was expecting, but no harm, no foul. Generals keep possession. Seifa gets it back to Peterson. Generals content here to take their time. No real rush, up 2 goals with a little less than 30 minutes to go here in the second half on the Washington and Lee Sports Network. Postel, who just had so much space there to run in through the defense, but finally Regent closed down on him. Still cannot clear or take possession back, though.
Generals content with running down the clock here. Playing back to the keeper. No silly mistakes, and looks like we'll be all right passing it around. You got that 2-goal cushion. Things have changed. Royals showing a bit of desperation. While Generals are okay to lull around. Oh, that might be a harsh challenge, but maybe grab some ball, or ref thought it was too light to be called for a penalty.
Yeah, both players kind of pushing and shoving, tugging a little bit there, but especially in a game like this, you don't think the referee would give a penalty for something like that. But certainly, I thought maybe if it was Olivier Kamga, who's been a little bit more physical today, there would have been more of a thought. But he's been a little bit more tame in this second half, a little bit more controlled. Him and Sanchez were definitely going at it earlier. Regent now trying to put some pressure. Able to get a deflection there, but can't win possession. And once again, Washington and Lee working now with the space on the far flank. Sanchez trying to switch the field.
Oh, a bit too powerful. Morris might get that one first if he doesn't go for it. Lets it roll out. Heat's probably getting to him.
Quite a few substitutions now coming in for both sides. For Washington and Lee, it's going to be Ordway, Kaba. I didn't see the last one. Stepped on. It looked like that was maybe Travis coming on. And then for...
I think I saw Zion.
Ah, there you go. Caden Zion was the last one there. Thank you for that. And then for the Royals, 2 substitutions. Going to be Adam Bogus and Cooper Bell again. We saw them come in together in that first half as well, and they'll do the same here. Same sort of substitution. A little bit later, though, Royals were a little bit more trigger happy, if you will, with the substitutions in the first half. Not so much here. Postelou finds himself on the other side of the field now. Kaba fighting for possession with Bell, who just checked on. Kuig, a deep cross, nobody home. That ball going to sail out for a goal kick.
And 24 minutes left in this one. If Royals want a chance to come back, they're going to need, realistically, miracles to happen. We haven't seen much reliable offense from this entire game. I would love to see it right now, kick to the left side and up to the left midfielder there. But again, they boots it up and immediately lose possession. That entire left side had so much space, and W&L packed defenders all across the right side. Need to switch up the tactics a little bit. The Royals look like they're running out of gas here too. Not sprinting for the foot races as much as the Generals are. That might be to do with a deeper roster. We have, just looking at the roster sheet here, more.
That one, Safa pulling up from deep. Taking the deflection off of a Royals midfielder. Looked like that one might have been Alston. Deflecting off somebody, and the Generals will have another corner kick here. This will be their second of the second half and their 6th total of the game. It's going to be Apostolou in that far corner, or the near corner rather, to take it. He boots it in. That one whipping in onto net. And that header, maybe not the best there. That ball could have given some trouble to the keeper, but instead.
Might have been one that whipped all the way in if it was left untouched.
Instead, though, the ball will sail out of play, and we'll have our second half water break here. So for Washington and Lee, they've able to find that second goal and really increase their cushion, although the play on the field has sort of already given that feeling that they already really had a cushy margin already. Of course, one goal, you never know what can happen, but that second goal, if Regent are able to get out on a breakaway, could prove pivotal. Yeah, but both sides here getting a chance to rehydrate. And for head coach Jared Welsh, you gotta think that he's trying to instill some confidence into his squad, help them understand that despite the dominance of the Generals, they've looked pretty solid considering how many shots that they've faced. 30 total shots, 11 of which have been on goal. Still just the 2 goals, so for a struggling Generals offense, it kind of goes to show the 2 goals coming from 11 shots on goal, not necessarily the efficiency that you were hoping for, but certainly better than what we've seen in other games from them this season.
But 2 goals nonetheless. Probably looking for more of the stat padding on this one, but a win is a win, counts all the same. Does goal difference count? That's all in the season.
Goal difference can matter in conference play, but for out-of-conference play, I do not believe it factors into their final standings. If it does come down to that at the end of the season, then that's crucial, but it matters mostly in conference play. And that's only if they have a tie in points.
But you're right. If the coaches might not be too happy if we've only managed to put 2 balls in the net when we've had an array of chances throughout the game.
Washington and Lee certainly been dominant in this one, but
on the bright side, really no weaknesses on the defensive end. Royals haven't broken through once. There you go, W&L.
Yeah, and some of these crosses now starting to be a little bit more wayward. That was Ordway trying to cross it over to the opposite end of the field. But as you said, W&L's defense has looked rock solid, but really has not been challenged at the same time either. Regent just have not been able to maintain possession. They've been on their back heel for 90% of this game. Still 20 minutes, about 21 minutes to go here. Certainly a lot can change in that time frame. Even a card for one team or Just a momentum switch can happen at any time. 2 goals is a big mountain for the Royals to climb, though.
Takes a crack. Just wide. Had a nice little bit of whippage on it, though.
Yeah, Kaba had some space there. Wanted to pull up from distance, but once again, no real threat for the Royals.
The real threat for them is going to be the clock ticking away.
Yeah, as of right now, the clock, not their friend. Still opting to go long on these kicks. There are a lot of space on the right side of the field for them. Left side, if you're looking at it from our angle, nothing doing.
In the entire game, W&L have been loving the left-hand side. Playing through Sanchez mostly, but I'm not. Is he on the field right now? I'm not entirely sure.
I don't see Sanchez out there. I think Seifa checked in for him earlier.
Yeah, they're switching it to the right now. Here is Caden Zion. The tiki-taka finds its way into the box. Offside flag goes up. Well, that was quite the opportunity. He had it bouncing in front of him. Could have been a nice half volley. Get a lot of power on those.
Bit of a screamer for the Generals. Looking for it there, but not going to find it. Offside position there. You can see on your screen now that clock continuing to wind down. And Regent continuing to just launch it forward. Stacking all their players up on that right side of the field. Just hasn't really been there.
General's getting ready with 2 more subs. Johnny Costello, I know, first year. Getting ready to come in. Is that for the first time this game?
We have not seen Johnny Costello yet. Ayush Kataria, the other one there, waiting to check in. He played a little bit in that first half. Got to think, though, as this game continues to go on, Coach Shabazz will take the opportunity to maybe, given how comfortable he feels, some of his guys who don't necessarily get a ton of minutes will get the chance to play. We have seen Johnny Costello in 4 out of the 5 Generals matches.
There you go. And they've all been tight, so clearly a worthy player.
And what an excellent build-up play there by Washington and Lee, and they're able to set home another goal.
It's Caden Zion. Cheeky little cross in, and then Zion almost sliding, finds it. Clipping off his foot, finds the side netting there.
Now let's take a look at it. Zion gets the play started, running up through the midfield. A lot of space there on that far side. Ball will make its way up to Seifa, who does a really nice job just getting past this defender there. And Zion, kind of a desperation dive, if you will, but perfectly placed. And Washington and Lee grab that 3rd goal. Goal that they've been looking for. A couple substitutions do come on for them. Zion able to find the goal. That will be his first collegiate goal. And what an impressive one at that.
Absolutely.
Caden Zion. And assisted by number
Especially considering that he started up the play. He had the vision to see that crossing it to the other side of the field would prove to be valuable, and then Seifa finds him running back into the box. And the Generals take a commanding 3-0 lead.
And surely that will, I don't want to speak too soon, knock on wood, but that should seal the deal on this one. I honestly thought it was over at 1-0. Seeing the way that the Royals struggled in at 3, there's surely no chance that they can come back. I would love to see the Generals piling on the pressure like they are right now. See how many goals they can stack up clip there.
And they're going to say that it would be a foul going against, sure what, I think that's, they're going to call that one on Bogus.
I want to see a strike here. David Beckham-esque. Just let it fly. You're up 3-0.
Yeah, Kaba, we saw his strong leg on a shot attempt earlier.
Looks like he's gonna cross it in though. He's not.
He doesn't have a huge
Two-step
space
run up, yeah.
Yeah, not a whole lot of runway for him. And he will go for the cross here. It has Seifa on the near corner.
Phenomenal save.
That one looked like it kind of bounced between a couple of generals there. Seifa, and then that was Costello who just checked into the game, then back to Seifa. Enriquez
did really well to dive on it as it was rolling in. That was probably like a goal line save. I reckon it was really tight.
And now another brother for the Generals coming into the game. This time Matt Kuig, the first-year brother of Buster Kuig. The ball immediately going over to his side. It's going to be Costello with it. Finds Kaba. The Generals content just to play patiently here. Zion been real active today. Had the last Generals goal. That one loose in front of the box there.
Generals regain possession. Kaba just passing it around here. Gonna recuperate.
Enriquez punched that one out. It was out of position there. There's nobody home on the deflection. Seifa cutting his way all the way into the net.
Oh my God, wizardry.
I'm not sure who that one came off of. We'll have to take a look again on the replay. There's a lot of bodies in the box there. Seifa, though, did an excellent job slicing through the defense.
Doing the dirty work, yeah.
And we'll take a look. That one passed up to Seifa. Once again, he just dribbles past everybody. Deflected off the goalie, and that looked like that was Costello maybe.
That'd be his first collegiate goal if it is.
No, it'll be Matt Kuig. That's who hit that one. They kind of look similar out there. Matt Kuig.
Came in 1 minute ago, converts a goal already.
And for Matt Kuig, I also believe that is his first collegiate goal. We had one career shot, let alone any goals coming into this one, and his first shot of the day winds up in the back of the net.
That's what we like to see. Dude's converted 50% of his college shots.
There you go.
What a stud.
Stop the count now. And Seifa, he'll pick up his second assist, back-to-back assists for Sammy Seifa. He's doing an excellent job creating for his teammates.
And that's two very quick back-to-back goals. I'd love to see Generals just piling it on here.
And Washington Lee sort of have opened up the floodgates here in the second half. 3 second-half goals. One coming from Buster Kuig, and then his younger brother, Matt Kuig, as Seifa cuts through the defense. That one took a big deflection off the back of Parker. Regent trying to stop this pressure.
Nice free ball there, but not too big a problem for the Generals defense. Cooper Bell cleared that one nicely.
Once again, these Generals goals coming from Buster Kuig, Matt Kuig, Sanchez in the first half, and then Caden Zion also that goal right before Kuig. The assist coming from Jenkins, 2 from Seifa, and then 1 from Sanchez. So all goals assisted from the Generals today. And it looks like that's going out for a goal kick. A substitution coming in for the Royals is going to be John Schofield. He'll check back into the game, and Aiden Bogus, who had a couple fouls called on him, he'll check back out. And Will Joseph, once again, we just have not really had to say his name really at all this game, only when he has these goal kicks. And sort of a character trait of him. He always loves taking his time on these, letting all of his guys get up the field.
Especially when you're up 4-0.
Time wasting can be a goalkeeper's favorite friend sometimes.
It's a skill.
And a big tackle there coming in. Looks like they're going to stop the clock here, and this might be a card. He's calling him back in, and it looks like this will be our first card of the day. That one going on Charles Parker. one of the better defenders for the Royals today, but that one, you can see him coming in from a mile away, dove in onto that and didn't really get any of the ball.
That's only the first yellow of the day, rather. Whereas they've been averaging 2 per game across the season. Generals had 12 yellow cards in just 5 games. So all things considered, not the most dangerous considering.
Yeah, pretty clean game from both sides.
Statistics, yeah. Let's hope it stays that way. 13 minutes. Frustration probably building.
For sure, you could see it on that tackle. Seifa just dicing up this Royals defense. Lays it off. That was Kaba, but he shot that one right at Enriquez. Enriquez taking his time here. Yeah, finally plays it short. Really the first time we've seen that in a while.
80 minutes too late.
Unfortunately, they just once again go long here. Furman probably going to, rather he doesn't let that one go out. It's Correcchia now. That one too long for Seifa. Taria goes down there. No foul called. Generals keep possession. Costello.
Cut back.
He does cut it back. Goes down there, and that one cleared away.
Clean tackle. Good defense from the Royals. Good job keeping it out. The box. Oof.
Kamga back into the game here. Haven't had to mention him in a while, and he'll also pick up a yellow here. So we kind of foreshadowed that a little bit earlier in the game, and
they've reached the average.
There you go, but Kamga just coming in way late on that one, a little bit too quickly, full head of steam, and Furman had long cleared the ball, of his possession from then. Got some fans chiming in the crowd a little bit.
Bit of chirping never hurt anyone.
Generals love to have a little bit of that banter. But quite a few substitutions coming in for the Generals. Hayden Landis checks into the game. Looks like we're going to have Grant Snyder as well. Nazi Seifa, who you may have heard, fan of the crowd yelling about. And then Danny DeBono. A couple first years, and then Seifa, the junior. 3 of them making their first appearances in the game. Seifa, we saw him a little bit earlier in that first half.
Let's see what the youngins with fresh legs can do. Try and pile up points on the board as this game wires down.
Here goes Seifa. Good pass. Looks like Costello. He's unable to handle it. Ordway. Bit of a side heel flick. Over to, that is Landis, who just checked in. Caden Zion wins possession here. Went for a little bit of a step over there. Doesn't beat the defender.
He's feeling it after his goal, as he should.
And Kuig on that one. Not really looking any of his teammates, and that one goes out of play. Zion will check out now, and got to think if that's his last minutes of this one.
He's had a good game.
Obviously the goal for him, and he's been very, very effective at finding space for Washington and Lee.
He's been very present. I've said his name a lot, and that's how you know they've been on it, creating chances themselves and their teammates. He's had a good game.
So Doolin, he was the one who checked in. Also saw him get a few minutes in that first half. Ordway with the header. And Landis will take the throw.
Goes long.
Costello Had some pressure from his back, unable to control that one. And a misplaced header there from Arrowwood.
Christopher Ordway looked to be hurt. He's going to have a sub. Jack Travis coming in instead.
Travis, not normally in a defensive role. Ordway, a defender, so we'll see what the Generals do here, whether Travis will step back there or they'll just go with a three-man look.
Ordway just came in and he's already heading out, so potentially suffering an injury, and put him in to test it out. Didn't bode too well. That'll probably be the game for him to avoid any further aggregation to whatever he's suffering with.
Looks like Travis will step into that defender role. Hasn't really been that pressured today for Washington and Lee, but not necessarily a role he's used to. And we reached under the final 10 minutes to play here. Washington and Lee have staked out a big lead in this second half, leading by 4-0. I'm Shane Riley, joined by Lorne Chesters on the Washington Lee Sports Network. Some beautiful.
There you go, Rose. They're still fighting. They've got some fire. They fouled there. I thought that was a trip. He's going to stay down. It's like Camber.
Did look like some contact there with him, but
it looks really hurt. That might warrant a stopping of the clock. Someone else is down on the other side of the field, a general. Can't see the number.
I think that might be Arrowwood. The cramping starting to pile up here with that warm weather, but as I was saying, it's beautiful out there. Just a little bit humid can make it difficult. You're sweating a lot more than maybe you normally would. I mean, you're already sweating anyways, but humidity makes it so much worse. So those cramps can really pile up, and especially in a game like this, running back and forth, it can be tough to stay hydrated.
It's easy to say it's a beautiful day sitting in the box with a Gatorade in hand.
There you go. That's why I'm saying it up here. But yeah, no, these athletes, you always hear how far soccer players run, and it's quite a long way every game. So those miles certainly pile up on you. Not really sure what's happening right now. Just a stoppage of play. Correcchia looks like he's going to check back in for Arrowwood, who in all likelihood is just cramping. And on the far side there, it looks like that was Morris, I believe, or rather that was Olivier Kamga who went down. Looks like he's all right as well. Probably just trying to sell the play there a little bit, maybe a little bit cramped as well. So he'll come out of the game as well, and Caswell Bayless will come in for him, and then Correcchia, he'll check back into the game after having just checked out. So both the first-year defenders, first-year center backs for Washington and Lee, leave the game with two apparent injuries in this final 10 minutes.
It's not what we like to see. Kamga coming out, he had an aggressive game, but being down 4-0 and still
you gotta like the fight that he showed.
Yeah, you gotta appreciate it, because it's demoralizing being down. You want to give up, slow down, but he kept fighting, which is very respectable.
Yeah, he definitely showed his spirit today. Physical player for sure, and
you need guys like that on a good team. It's a role that needs to be filled.
And Regent are certainly building for their future. Obviously, this is their first year of collegiate or Division III collegiate play, so certainly a lot of ground to be made up. Washington Lee have obviously been playing for quite a while longer, but Regent have certainly, at moments in this game, had a lot of bright spots, especially defensively. Been able to limit what's been 37 shots from the Generals to just 4 goals.
Like you said, really young team. Only 3 seniors on the squad.
So certainly a lot to build and look forward to for Regent. And certainly a long way to go still in this season as well. A lot of improvements to be made. That one looking for Costello. It'll find a way to Doolin. Doolin!
Yes!
Able to slot that one home with the left foot into the bottom right corner.
Perfect placement. Pitch perfect. Oh my God.
And Doolin found some space in front of the net. Slots that one home. We'll take a look. Generals win possession. Running it up the field was Kuig. Looking for that cross. Can't find it, but Doolin finds it at his feet, takes his time, gets composed.
By number 13, Brad
Slots home the 5th goal of the day for Washington and Lee.
Past the outstretched fingers of Enriquez.
Once again, a really tough chance there for Enriquez. That one's would have to be a perfect save and just unable to get over there. And Doolin. That's his first goal of the season. He's got to feel good to get on the board. And not only his first goal, his first shot and shot on goal of the season.
Wow.
So talk about 50%. He's 100% this season.
Look at that. Clip it. Get it on the Instagram. Oh
There you go. 1 of 1. Generals coming in on the corner here, near post. Look, that one might have gone out, but somehow stays in. Generals.
Royals hanging on by a thread. Get it out there. They're pushing.
This is really the first chance we've seen them to have any kind of breakaway and just immediately lose possession there. A little bit of hesitancy coming out of Bayless. Didn't really have the numbers, but at this point in the game, numbers don't really matter. You just got to get forward.
I'd like to see some of the Royals subs come in because only 6 minutes left. Guys out there right now are evidently really tired. You can see they're feeling it, like the Generals players were. But we've been our young guys.
Kuig had a golden opportunity in front of the net, just missed it. And Nazi Seifa, a little bit of pushing there on Staples. Coach Shabazz doesn't seem too upset by that missed opportunity. And as you said, these Royals players looking real tired. Some of their guys have been out there for just about the whole game. Staples, Parker, and Enriquez. Obviously Enriquez in goal, but Staples and Parker have yet to have been subbed out for. We'll see if anybody comes in for them.
In games like this, it's just good to give the young guys a chance. So I don't see the reason in not subbing this moment in time. But
yeah, maybe some of your guys who haven't really had any real minutes yet, or I'm sure they have some guys in their roster that have yet to play a game. But Coach Welsh keeping his guys out there, keeping the same squad. Looks like a couple subs maybe getting ready for them. It'll be Jacob Holston probably coming in for another player who's cramping.
maybe he was watching that. Seen the Lewandowski 5 goals in 9 minutes. Maybe he watched that on 2 times speed this morning, and he had he's having dreams.
It's one of the highlights of all time. 5 goals in less than 10 minutes.
And the top level as well. It's absurd.
Certainly.
I did that in recess back in the day.
There you go. There you go. Recess warrior over here.
Genuinely.
Top 5 recess soccer player of all time or football player of all time.
Came back for my math test looking like I just came out of a swimming pool.
There you go. There you go.
No shit.
You had the swagger walking back
Absolutely,
into the classroom.
Yeah. Deodorant who?
Get that axe out of here.
Yeah.
And it looks like extended period now where Royals player is down. You got to hope that he's okay. Certainly.
Do we know who it is?
Haven't seen the number yet.
Looks like Morris, unless
Morris is walking away right there.
Oh, you're right.
It might be Parker. Parker's been out there pretty much the whole game.
And that's one of the other reasons why you don't want to.
Yeah, so it is Parker.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been.
It's another reason why you don't want to leave your main guys out when the game is beyond reach, but he's walking off all right.
Got a little bit of help from Coach there. He does have a brace on that right knee already, so hopefully everything's all good for him. But as you said, sometimes leaving your guys in late in these kinds of games, especially with it being so warm out there, can be some injuries. So, not something you love to see, but you got to hope that Parker's okay. Didn't really see what happened on the play there. I wasn't sure if it was contact or not. But our thoughts are with him. And now the clock winds down. Under 5 minutes to go here. Washington and Lee finally, or rather now, staked out a 5-goal lead after a lot of pressure they were put on the Royals in the first half. They've been able to break through here.
Nice loft on that ball. We've got to appreciate the little things.
Of course, that was a great pass from Travis. Setting up this Generals offense here with the Nati Seifa. Costello trying to weave his way through, unable to do so.
I really like what I've seen out of the Generals. Relentless offensively the entire game. Never backing down.
And they've been finally able to break through. Just those tired legs for Regent have not been able to recover. And the Generals have had a steady stream of substitutions. They've gone through over 11 guys on their bench. It's like 12 or 13 different guys have checked in, so a total of 20-plus players playing for Washington and Lee this game.
That's what you want. It's a deep squad.
It is a group effort, and as you said, a deep squad, trying to find out who are the stars on the bench and shoring up that lineup, because the Generals lineup has looked different every single game. They haven't started the exact same groups. So Coach Shabazz certainly learning a lot about his team in this game. Simultaneously for Coach Welsh on the other side, certainly a lot to take away for Regent here as well. It's going to be another game where they do give up a lot of goals and suffer a big defeat, but all things considered, certainly a lot of positive moments and a lot of things to learn from a game like this.
Aiden Landis. Thought he was going to whip it in.
Seifa now on the other side. He whips it in.
Oh,
and that one off the post. And they're going to... They blew the whistle there, but they're going to count that one. Washington and Lee find themselves with another goal on the board. That one coming off the feet of, I believe that was Seifa who put that in.
I think he crossed it. Someone else grabbed the goal.
Well, Seifa crossed it in, and then Costello, I think, put it home. Off the post.
A lot of contact after as well, and one.
General's goal scored by number 20, Johnny Costello.
There you go.
And assisted by number 19, Nati Seifa.
So both the Seifa brothers getting on the board in assists. And a lot of first years, a lot of first career goals coming for Washington and Lee, coming from the feet of Matt Kuig and Johnny Costello and Caden Zion. So 3 players with their first career collegiate goals.
That's really promising, knowing that all your young guys that maybe in a tight match wouldn't be getting these opportunities. You find out here that they are indeed very capable of executing. So maybe they'll be given those opportunities in the next match in a tighter setting.
Certainly, it's a reason why you might want to bring in some of your end-of-the-bench guys just to see what they can give you. Obviously, they're going to give it their all, trying to earn some minutes in this roster. We've seen that from the Generals with 5 second-half goals. And a good ball that Matt Kuig is just able to track down, but not really any good contact coming off of his foot there. You gotta love the brother-to-brother connections we've seen today. Both Kuig brothers with a couple of goals, and then
another one.
And that one put into net by Seifa.
Count it.
And the floodgates have really opened up here. Look at the build-up play here. Landis gets it over to Kuig. Kuig back to Landis. Seifa makes a really solid run here. Camera didn't quite capture that all the way, but Seifa, as I was just talking about the brother-to-brother connection, Seifa now with a goal and an assist. His brother, Sammy Seifa, with 2 assists, and then both the Kuig brothers with a goal each. Washington and Lee have really found their stride.
Absolutely. 7 goals. And it was one for so long, and now they've just taken over, and they're going for another stellar strike. That was a phenomenal strike.
And we'll take a look at that one. Costello.
A bit too much lift, but loads of space again. Regent defenders not closing out, and again, potential shower. Potential shower.
Looks like Regent probably would just be content to, they'd just be content to let this clock roll out, try to just possess the ball here for any amount of time. And
Generals go for one more. It's Kuig.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
There
3,
it goes.
2, 1.
And the clock will run out. Washington and Lee up 1-0 at the half, and then 6 second-half goals. It really goes to show the dominance that we saw in this one. It was a dominant first half, but the goals didn't really come until that second half. And Washington and Lee pick up their first win of the season. I want to take a look at some of those earlier opportunities. A lot of goals to go over. We won't look at all of them. This one was the goal from Sanchez that really got everything started for the Generals. In the first half, gets it over to Jenkins, and then Jenkins fires it in. Not much the goalie could do there. Sanchez slots it home beautifully. And we could look at every single one of the Generals' goals. We'll just look at that first one there. I mean, all of them impressive in their own right.
Absolutely.
But Washington and Lee finally get that off their back, the tough, difficult opportunities that they've had on offense throughout their first several games, but they get 7 on the board here.
And what this shows us is that they are not an accurate reflection of their now 1, 2, and 3 record. They're a very capable team, as shown. We've had, I think every goal was scored by a different player, is that correct?
Yes, every single goal scored by somebody different.
There you go. We have 7 guys, at least, definitely more capable of doing their own thing, going off and scoring when the time is right.
So if we take a look at who got involved today, Matthew Jenkins with 1 assist. That was on the goal by Ricardo Sanchez. Kuig, I believe his goal was unassisted. And then Seifa assisted both. I believe he assisted Caden Zion and then Matt Kuig earlier in this one. Sanchez has a goal and an assist as well. Brad Doolin found himself his first goal of the season. Obviously, Matt Kuig's first career collegiate goal. Nati Seifa came in on the end there and made some big contributions with a goal and assist in those final 10 minutes. Costello and Caden Zion also with their first career collegiate goals. But Washington and Lee able to come away with a big victory, heading into one more game of non-conference play, but then conference play What do you think the Generals can take from this one going forward?
I mean, this should be a big momentum swinger on the season. 7-0. It's hard. It's going to be impossible to go into the next one without that swagger and confidence that you get from a crushing victory like this. They got to carry this momentum against what's going to be tougher opponents and play with the same fire and aggression that they played with today.
So for Washington and Lee, their next upcoming match is going to be a non-conference game against Roanoke University. Even though Roanoke is in the ODAC, it's considered a non-conference contest. They tend to do this with Roanoke pretty much every single year. But that game, Roanoke, a tough opponent. That'll be right here in Lexington, Virginia. Their next 3 games actually are going to be at home here in Lexington. They get Roanoke, and then they start their conference play against Eastern Mennonite and then Hampton Sydney. And for Regent, a tough one in this one. Another one that's a big loss for them. But what can they take going forward as they will face Southern Virginia in their next matchup?
I mean, it's crushing, but they've had 2 worse defeats. Their season so far has been a roller coaster. This one's going down. Eventually, they're bound to go back up. I'm not sure what their schedule looks like to sit here. So I don't know what these teams are like. I wish I did, but they are a bit all over the place. I think they should be looking at things as a more long-term plan. They have a lot of young guys, keep developing their talent. They showed some sparks tonight, but they need to. It should be a long film room session where they look at the tactics, work on what they did right, and improve the wrong things. Get rid of the booting upfield. Take it slow. They have capable players. They've been able to score 5 goals in some other games. They just need to go back, look at that, and try and translate against better opponents.
That'll just about do it for us here at Alston Parker Watt Field. The next couple games coming up for Regent, Royals, Southern Virginia, Salisbury, and Christopher Newport, all those being away. And then they have a matchup against a D1 opponent in Old Dominion University. So some tough games coming up for them, but certainly a chance to turn it around for all of us at the Washington and Lee Sports Network. We say thank you so much for tuning into this 7-0 win for Washington and Lee over the Regent Royals. I'm Shane Riley, joined by my partner, Lorne Chesters. We thank you so much for joining us today, and we hope you have a great rest of your weekend.